Hi. So in this video, we will cover questions which asks us about the main idea of the passage, right? So on your SAT, you are likely to see 1 to 3 questions that ask you to summarize the main idea of a passage or paragraph. You might be asked questions similar to these. Which choice best summarizes the first paragraph, or a main idea of the passage is that. So your job here is to identify the most important idea from the text, the idea that the rest of the text works to support. The choice that best rephrases this idea will be the answer. So what are the common errors here? Too narrow. Number one is too narrow. Wrong choices that are too narrow will accurately describe part of the text, but they'll focus on small details and not the broader point. Main ideas for the passages won't only be mentioned in one paragraph. Similarly, main ideas for paragraphs won't be a detail only mentioned in one sentence. Too extreme. Some wrong choices may draw upon a point made in the passage but then take it further than the one that is directly supported. They might express a claim more strongly or more with more certainty than the author would. Right? So these two common errors are super important and you should look out for them during your test. Number third is outside information. So wrong choices in this category might contain info that is related to the information from the text but isn't actually stated anywhere in the passage. These wrong choices can be tempting because they might sound good and make sense, but don't be fooled. Number fourth is conflicts and contradictions. Some wrong choices contain language that is in direct conflict with information presented in the passage. Watch out, these wrong choices can be especially tempting because they can contain major key figures from the text. Alright, so you have to look out for these four common errors. Now, what are the tips? Number one, read actively. Now, one of the best ways to increase reading comprehension is to summarize the passage as you read, right? Number two, make a prediction in your own words, and we've already somewhat covered this tip. Before considering the choices on the main idea question, restate the main idea of the text in your own words. If you find a choice that matches your prediction, select it and narrow down on it. This technique will help you to save time. Number third is check the bones of the passage. Particularly non-fiction, expository writing, that is science and social sciences passages, main ideas can only be found in similar places within the passage. A thesis statement, which summarizes the main claim of the passage, will usually show up in the first few sentences. A topic sentence, which describes the main subject of a paragraph, will usually be the first sentence of that paragraph. A concluding paragraph will frequently restate the main point by summarizing everything that has been previously said. You need to review the passage before making your prediction and start looking at the main ideas in these places. So, topic four is counting the sentences. So, if you find yourself stuck between two choices, count the sentences in which those ideas are discussed. Main ideas are reinforced throughout the text, and as such, will be the subject of a larger portion of the sentences in that passage or paragraph. Ideas that just show up in a few sentences aren't likely to be the main point. Right. So that's it for the main idea questions. In the next video, we will cover another type of question.